One of the biggest questions people have during a divorce is, how will my property be divided? It's a fair question, and in Arizona, the rules are very specific. Hi, I'm Bryan Shaw. I've been practicing family law in Arizona for quite a while now. And today I want to walk you through how property division works in our state. Arizona is what we call a community property state. That generally means that most of the property and debts acquired during the marriage belong equally to both spouses, no matter whose name is on the account or title. There are a few exceptions. We're talking about income, homes, vehicles, retirement accounts, credit card balances, but not everything gets divided. Arizona also recognizes what's called separate property. This usually includes anything that you owned before the marriage, or inheritances or gifts made just to you, or anything protected by a valid prenup, or rarely a post-marital agreement. Here's where people get tripped up. If you mix or commingle separate property with community property, it can lose its separate status. For example, if you inherit money, then you deposit it into a joint account and use it for a shared expense like buying a car in both of your names, it could be considered community property. So how does the court divide everything? The law says it should be split fairly and equitably, which doesn't always mean equally. That usually means close to 50-50 in value. That doesn't mean every single asset is literally cut in half. Imagine trying to split a house equally. It just doesn't work. The judge may award the house to one spouse with the responsibility for the mortgage to that same spouse, while the other gets a larger share of retirement funds or has their equity paid out, for example. Debts are divided in a similar way, generally equally, but with room for fairness. For instance, if one spouse ran up a debt on an affair or bought luxury items right before the divorce, the court may require your spouse to reimburse you for the waste or assign that debt just to them. What if you think your spouse is hiding assets? That is a serious issue and sadly not uncommon. Courts require full disclosure, and there are legal tools like subpoenas, depositions, and production requests that can uncover hidden income or accounts. Hiding assets can lead to big consequences in the form of sanctions. So how does somebody prepare? Well, start gathering documents, bank statements, property deeds, retirement accounts, records, loan balances. Make a clear list of what you own and what you owe. If you have questions about whether something is community property or separate, that's where an attorney comes in. Property division can be complex, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. With the right guidance, you can make sure your interests are protected. At the Shaw Law Group, we help clients sort out these issues with clarity and confidence. Here's why experience matters. An attorney can help trace commingled funds. They can protect you if your spouse isn't being very transparent, and they can negotiate creative solutions that save you time, money, and stress. If you're facing divorce in Arizona, don't try to navigate property division alone. Reach out for help. We are here to help. And if this video was helpful, check out more of our resources at bryanshawlaw.com or right here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to hear from you soon.